In what ways does your media product use, develop, or challenge forms, conventions of real media products? To make my media product realistic and enjoyable, I attempted to closely base it upon the conventions of real media products of the same genre. I found in my research, regardless of the content of the documentary, they frequently share conventions and methods of conveying information to the audience. When planning my documentary, I intended to conform to essential documentary conventions, so in choosing my research, I picked 3 wholly different documentaries and looked at similarities between them to understand the core elements of a documentary. My product being an extract from the original documentary, I made sure to introduce characters, settings and themes which would have been ongoing throughout the documentary had it been full length. Therefore, I had to consider the entire arc of a typical documentary to select a small portion while being aware of where it would fit in. Narration and presenter-driven exposition act to provide context and information to the events occurring on screen, and are critical within most documentaries. Both Planet Earth and Britain's Teenage Drug Runners included voiceovers central in the documentary. Oppositely, Handmade had no speech whatsoever, diegetic or otherwise, instead entirely focusing on visual appeal and storytelling, which I also tried to implement into my own piece. Similar to Planet Earth, the narration of the presenter and the product can be found both as a non-diegetic element as a voiceover, and some scenes visually present. This is the gallery. In this very room stand some of the world's most interesting and valuable maps. Further, it conforms to the nature of a serial documentary through its introduction and placement in a larger series of shows. The narrator discusses how today and art of the world, clearly distressing the irregularity of the series. It subverts the serial documentary's consistent introductory sequence, such as that of Planet Earth's iconic sequence, by introduction occurring relevant to the documentary subject of that episode. One of the principal themes of my product being that of exploration and discovery of new styles of art made this fresh take on every introduction seem appropriate. As my documentary revolved around factual knowledge, it was important to ensure a high level of authenticity through setting and mise-en-scene. I ensured this verisimilitude through a setting relevant to my subject, a smartly dressed presenter, an interviewee, and most importantly, research and applicable factual knowledge concerning the focus of my documentary. Aesthetically, my style echoes the mid-budget art/science documentaries commissioned for BBC4, revolving around warmer colours, close camera angles, and bright artificial lighting. The effect of this is safety, comfort, and familiarity, a gratification many seek in their media consumption. Alternatively, large-budget visual spectacle-orientated documentaries such as Planet Earth use vivid colour detail and long shots to express scale, grandeur, and exploration. This is not necessary for my own product though, so it is another challenge to mainstream documentary products.